Hello, and welcome to Ask Alma. Hey, guess who I am? I'm Alma. How did you guess? Hello, it's Tuesday night. It's 7 o'clock. What are you doing? Watching Ask Alma. Call somebody. So y'all can talk to me and you can talk to them and they can talk to you and all of y'all can talk to all of my friends. My friend Demeen, I knew you was going to be the first one on tonight. I knew it. And you know what? I'm glad about it, girl. I ain't going to lie. I'm glad about it. How are you? I got the fun bunch with me tonight. And those of you from Alexandria, when y'all see this star power right here, y'all going to be like, what? So, bring them in. Hi, Javon. Hey, here is my fun bunch for tonight. Hi.
Hello.
Didi, how are you? Robin, how are you? We got Vanessa in the house, and we have Bessie. Bessie, do I have to call you Lillian, or do I get
That's my grown-up name.
Okay, that's like when my cousin was on. I couldn't call him Juicy. I had to call him Robin. Demi, hey Tracy. Hi Annette. Thanks for coming back with us tonight. Hi Mary Lou. We got our regulars on. Buenos dias. Hi, Javon, you didn't answer my text. You might want to check that and answer my question. Thank you very much.
See, it looks like all the Arrington girls are in the house.
Hey, Saranya!
In the house. I got a feeling it's going to be a lot of greens on here tonight. And I hope so. I hope that is the case. And I hope Toya is watching. Toya, let us see you comment.
Hey,
and Troy.
Toya,
Troy was a VVR for us. Troy was the VVR from North Carolina A&T.
Yeah.
Lillian's daughter and granddaughter. That's right.
Yay.
Is she home? She's home? Is she coming home?
She's supposed to be. I don't know if she's on right now.
Oh, okay, so she might watch us later because young people, they are busy.
Yes.
I'm gonna really try with this whole Lily and Bessie thing. I just want y'all to know.
You don't have to
try because y'all know my mind is a little bit slow. By the time I catch on.
I will be on my best behavior.
Don't nobody believe that. Who believes that? I really don't believe that. So welcome, ladies. Hello. I'm glad to have you on Ask Alma. Hi, Gail. Hey, I'm so glad you're with us. Both Gails.
Hey.
Gail Arrington.
Hi, Gail.
And Gail
Hey,
Dorsey. Hi, double Gails. Gail and Gail. So for those who
you're
are
gonna
watching,
wish you hadn't gotten with this bunch.
I am so pleased to be with this bunch. And I know there are a lot of people from Alexandria watching because that's our hometown. So that's going to make it even more fun when we see their comments in the chat and what they have to say. Hello to us. And agreeing and disagreeing with our advice.
I too lived in Alexandria.
You did, Didi. That's right. You were in Alexandria.
I was a Carolyn Martin transplant.
Okay.
So anybody need a place to live, went to see Miss Martin. So I was.
All right.
Yes, indeed.
I have the funniest story about her. We had a dining room table in our apartment that we weren't using. And she called and she said, I know a family that could really use that table. So I'm going to send someone to get it. And we were like, yeah, okay. Eventually. And we came home and it was gone. She put herself in and had the guy to move the table. We were like, oh, she was serious. She didn't want to borrow the table. She said, I know someone that needs it. So we were like, oh, okay.
Hi, Doris. How are you?
Hey, Doris.
Miss Carolyn said the woman and her kids needed the table to eat and do their homework. She thought Dee and her roommate Candy were young and didn't need a dining room table.
We did not need a dining room table
anyway. And I think she left y'all a casserole in there.
Yeah, she left us a tray of macaroni and cheese.
Thank you for
As
the
a payment,
table.
right?
Right?
Payment for the table, right?
Yes, indeed. So those of you who are watching for the first time, I'm so grateful. Thank you for that. Number one, I want to let you know how the show flows a little bit. We are an advice column live show. So we give advice. We're not experts. We're not doctors. We just trying to tell y'all some common sense ways to handle your business. But if you feel the need to contact a professional, we encourage that and we think you should. So I want to get that disclaimer out there. And this is how it goes. Ladies, I'm sure y'all know. It's 3 questions and we give answers. I was trying to make it sound like important and deep, but I couldn't think of nothing. So
It is important.
right.
Unsolicited answers.
Unsolicited answers, but one that will help you with your daily life because we got a lot of experience up in here. I'm thinking.
Experience.
We done seen some things.
We've seen some things. Yes, we have. Robin,
And
how long
done
you
some
been
things.
Ooh, we've done some things. We ain't don't tell no names.
I know, right?
We've done some things. Robin, how long have you been married?
It'll be 41 years next month.
Ooh.
41.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yay.
Look, my siblings tease me. We have some bullet wounds and some stab wounds, but we still together.
All right.
After all these years.
After all these years.
See, I needed Robin on here last week when I was saying, no, really, when you've been married that long, you don't need all that. You really don't. You need less and less time as the years go by. You good?
That is true. That is true.
Talk to your sister on the phone. Talk to your sister. I'm good. I used to like when my husband took trips, I rearranged the room. Like, I would say, can we get new furniture in that room over there? Most times he would say, I'll think about it. Then if he just so happened to take a trip somewhere, I thought that would be a good time to change the room. So there you go. Yes, you have to use those opportunities the best way you can. Mm-hmm. So ladies, I hope y'all gonna talk. I have been around y'all and y'all have done a whole lot more talking.
We're waiting for the questions.
Then you guys are doing now. So, okay, we're going to get started with the questions. We are ready for question number 1. Hit it.
Hi, my name is Delphia, and I'm here to read your question for Ask Alma. Hey, Alma. I read an article that suggested that married people should openly discuss sexual and emotional attractions to other people. The hurtful part of infidelity, the author said, is the deception, not the sex act. By openly discussing a desire to stray, she said, the couple stands a better chance of avoiding an affair or surviving one if it happens. Do you think this is a good idea? Should a man tell his wife he wants to sleep with another woman? Or should a wife tell her husband that she wants to sleep with another man? This sounds like a recipe for disaster to me.
Okay. So to recap the question, there was an article that was written. This lady sent it in to us, and it was an article that said, instead of having an affair, like a married couple, instead of having an affair, you should discuss that you want to have the affair. And then that won't be as bad as having the affair because you guys have opened up to speak to each other honestly. Panel, what do Robin? I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, Robin.
What is it called? What is it called when you in your mind you have a celebrity that you can sleep with? There's a name for it. Like I don't know, but make
sure you tell me.
A celebrity in your head.
It's like sleep pass, like somebody was gonna tell us. I can't. It'll come to me. So you, I don't know if I need to know that.
Right.
And,
Do I want to know?
you know, tell your boy, like, do not tell me that you know.
You don't want to know.
Well, it all depends on who you're talking to. Now, I wouldn't mind sharing, some of my some of my, positions and, and different things like that. But to go out and ask me to have an affair, absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not.
That's
That's
so
Free,
the discussion
she
of it.
says, is it Delphia? She says it's called free pass.
Free
like you
pass,
have
yeah.
your free pass might be
Oh, that
Denzel
hall
Washington,
pass kind of thing.
right?
Yeah.
Like a whole
Yeah.
pass,
No,
right?
I don't go for that either.
No.
But it's all I would think that is all in fun and conversation because the chance of you running into Denzel Washington is slim to none. So that's cute. But the real no, I don't need to know that.
I actually like the man on Chicago Fire, if we want to be honest. The chief on that show. Ooh,
I don't
girl.
watch that.
Yeah, I don't watch that.
And the guy who
What?
does the Allstate commercials. I like him too.
Oh, Dennis
You
Haysbert.
mean the little
He's
young guy
pretty.
who's singing? I like him.
No.
No,
What young guy
I
who's
don't think he's in a car and he's singing. I don't know. I forgot the name. of the
Oh,
song.
that
But
one, yeah. With the
Anyway, I don't want to know, but it's easier for you to tell me than me to find out later because it made it a lot easier for you.
they would
Oh,
tell
my
you and not do.
It's a
Right.
little bit personal here because when I found out, it was hell to pay.
It is hell to
I
pay.
don't blame you, sis. I don't blame
That
you.
is just too much free, this free society, like these young people. Why just talk about everything on the table? I agree that you should communicate. There should be open communication in relationships, but there's also TMI.
Yeah.
That's too much information.
Yeah.
I would not want to know that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But if someone asked you, that you were close to, I'm not saying that just some Joe Schmo and Sally Schmo will come up to you. I think it would be okay if you were very good friends with these people or even a close relative that is an adult. I say, hey, I could share with you some of the things, but never, ever step out of the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Right. Or
And
talk about how you want
Don't
to.
tell me about it either.
Right.
I do.
Because that was the question.
Yeah.
Can you
Talk
talk about it? Not that you would do it, but you want to go to your spouse, your partner, and talk about it.
Well, a couple of
I'm
people
not
have
talking-
mentioned
no.
sexual fantasies, and I think that's different. I think talking about fantasies is different than talking about individuals.
Exactly.
You want to wear costumes and that kind of stuff is very different than you saying, that guy I work with that's in the mailroom, I want to, do him. Which he's like, that's real. That's like a real person with real contact.
Right.
And no, I don't know.
And he got a nice looking.
Everybody has work husbands, work wives, and all that kind of stuff. But you got to leave
You
that
can bounce
stuff
a
at work.
corn off of that thing. Yeah.
Hey, and I did meet Denzel Washington.
Oh,
Of course, I met with everybody else going to see the premiere of Remember the Titans, but I met him.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh yeah, because are all of you Titan graduates? I think
Yes.
I'm not.
Didn't they
but I
just
worked
change the
there.
name of the school?
Oh no, that's right. I forgot.
Parker Gray or
Is that
Parker
the school
Gray?
that just got a new name?
Yes.
That's T.C.
Okay,
Williams,
they just gave
yeah.
it a new name, right?
Yeah. Alexandria City High.
oh, that's the new name, Vanessa.
Alexandria Community.
High School.
I thought it was
Okay.
Alexandria City High.
I voted for
Oh.
Parker Gray though.
But,
To name it Parker Gray.
Mm-hmm.
you know
Yeah.
what? I know that's off the subject, but Parker Gray has its own identity.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to see it named Parker Gray.
Because
Yeah.
T.C. would never
did.
live up to it.
Right,
Live up to Parker
exactly.
Gray.
That's true.
But now that they've changed the name, how will you know that that's the movie? Gigi went to Edison. I went to Fort Hunt. Hey. But if they change,
the movie wasn't all that accurate anyway, so who cares?
Exactly.
It wasn't.
Because that was the year that I graduated from high school, the fall of the year that I graduated in 1972. I do agree there was some racial tension, but not to the extent that the movie portrayed.
yeah.
And the biggest thing, and they kept saying that was the first time that black and white went to school together. I spent 3 years at GW High School, and we were fully integrated. And so was TC.
Yeah.
TC was integrated. Hammond was the only school that was not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so a lot of those white players came from Hammond who they weren't integrated.
Yeah.
So it was
spiced it up
a
for
good
the
moment
movie.
for the football players and Coach Boone
and the coach, right.
Yost, you know, but it was just entertainment.
Yeah, total entertainment. And that's like a lot of them sometimes.
Right.
So, ladies, I get the impression that you guys are saying no. Don't tell your spouse that you want to have an affair with Susie down the street.
No, no. And if you tip down to Susie down the street,
you'd be mad at her, and she doesn't even know it.
Right.
But the thing of it is that what is the saying? Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Don't ask, don't tell, but some way you'll find out. Trust me.
Right. Exactly.
Yes, you do find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My mother used to tell me, don't go look for it because you're going to find it.
Exactly.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Right.
Men are pretty stupid and change their habits, so you know something's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I agree with you, Delphia.
I wish he would.
And look, you can see her doing that too.
Right. Don't even try it.
That's right.
You heard me?
It's so true. Like, why would
Ron, I
somebody
hate
know
to
that?
be the last to know. I hate
You
being
won't
the last
be.
to know. No, you won't.
Be. Because you will have thought about it all along and had suspicions. The only thing that you may be coming up on the end is about the confirmation. But you will have known something was up all along because nobody's really that good.
And intuition.
Right.
Yeah.
You know when something is wrong.
You do. Your stomach is such a good telltale sign. I think it depends.
I know that's right.
For some people, but when your stomach say, "Girl,"
right?
Listen.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
That's right.
So true.
It is so true. Okay, what that means, we're really not going to spend a lot of time on that question because it's a full-blown panel. HE double hockey sticks.
That's right.
No.
Right.
No, we don't need to have that conversation.
No, like I
And
read.
tell them to kiss your A double snakes.
Oh, I did that and more.
And you know what? Sometimes I do think, I can't speak for every situation, but most times, if this has happened in your relationship, you might be heartbroken in the beginning, but you tend to, broken hearts tend to mend, and later on you will be glad that you made the necessary steps to remove yourself from that situation. I know, Gill, not Gill, D and I used to jokingly say all the time, at some point you will want to send her a thank you card.
Thank you card.
He will become her problem, not yours. It's like, oh, girl, thank you.
Oh my God.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So that VVR is our friend Delphine Rich, and we are so appreciative that she has read for us the past couple of weeks. And so thank you, Delphine, for that. I was going to say I hope to see you again next week, but I might give you a break, and then we come on back around and get you to do some more. So let's see, ladies. Are we ready for question number 2?
Yes,
ma'am.
All righty, let's do it. Question number 2.
Hi, I'm Stacy Brown, the Senior National Correspondent for the National Newspaper Publicists Association. I am thrilled to be doing this question for Alma. So here's the question. Dear Alma, what if a brother and his 2 sisters take out a $50,000 life insurance policy on their mom? The premium is $100 a month, which they agree to split 3 ways. But the sister never contributes, and the brother pays the entire premium himself for years. the mom eventually dies, and after all the funeral, the burial expenses, everything is paid, there's like $30,000 left from the insurance payout. Should the brother keep the entire $30,000 since he solely paid the premium for years? Or should he split it evenly with the sisters, even though they never paid a dime towards the premium like they agreed to do? As the brother, what would you do?
I love this question. I love this question. Came out of Atlanta. So the guy and his sisters, for a recap, the guy and his sisters agreed to take an insurance policy out on the mom. And they all needed to pay the premium, which was $100 a month. They were going to split it 3 ways. Well, the sisters paid the first 2, and then that was it. They didn't pay anymore after that. And the brother kept on paying year after year after year after year. And sadly, the mom passed away. And after they paid all the funeral expenses, he had about $30,000 left over. So, does he have a obligation to split the money with his sisters?
No.
Or does he get to keep all of it?
I don't think he's obligated. You want to start somewhere? I don't think he's obligated.
$66.66 a piece, what they pay.
Hi, Dana. Jackie Blaze says yes, the brother gets it.
Hey, Yanni.
Hey, Yana.
Yana, what do you think? Tell us what you think.
Well, Dana says the brother should give his sisters the amount that they paid, which I believe is what Bessie said.
That's $66.
Give them their $66 a piece.
But
That's what I
mother
wasn't
left
clear
her,
on. Was it 2
The
months
sisters
or 2
would
years?
get what did Gail say? The sisters would get what they
2
paid,
months.
and that's it, and he keeps the rest.
Was it 2 months or
Right.
2 years?
2 months.
2
Oh
months.
no, they did get their 2 months.
I counted that
No,
money,
no,
girl.
I'm
That's
kind of
$66.
torn.
I'm torn too, Vanessa.
I'm giving them the money.
I'm torn because
I'm not giving all of it.
Because what you pay isn't the same amount as what you get out of insurance policy anyway.
Right.
And I know initially, and I don't know why they didn't pay, and maybe that's just the family dynamic from the beginning of time. Like he probably knew they weren't going to pay him. Although they agreed to do it, whatever the case, it's money that they got in their mother's death. I would just give them theirs and move on. I
wouldn't give him the whole
You're
thing.
being too nice to them, D. I wouldn't.
I would.
and what the key thing that Dee said was the family dynamics.
Right.
And every family knows their sibling. And knowing if they willingly agree to the situation, and I'm sure that they told their mom that they purchased the policy for her.
Right.
I would say the same thing. I agree with Dee. Give them their money. You would sleep better. Just
give it to them. Every family has that cousin that goes out to dinner with y'all and goes to the bathroom when the check comes, and y'all know that, and you continue to invite her. So he knew his sisters were not going to pay.
Right.
He knew that when they agreed to do it, and he could have at that point said,
give them something when he give them what they paid.
No.
He could have said from the beginning,
Right.
I'm going to keep this policy if you
all neglect to pay, yes.
Or they proceeded believing that it would
But
pay for the funeral.
He did not say that. He said they all agreed, and then the sisters stopped.
They stopped paying on it.
D Black, how are you, D? Good to see you. She said he gets it. He could give them something, but not an equal split. Now I agree with D Black on that. He can get I think he should keep 20, and they can divide 10, 5 and 5 for each one. Well, because they're gonna borrow it anyway.
Best ain't giving them nothing.
And because their mom just passed, and I'm sure they had expenses to take care of. So here's $5,000 for you, $5,000 for you. And I would keep 20 for my family because I paid the whole thing. I think they should have something. I wouldn't not give them anything, and I wouldn't just give them the amount that they contributed.
That's
Robin.
why I'm not you.
I agree with Dee and Vanessa. And like Vanessa was
Dee.
saying, when he prefaced her statement by saying the family dynamic. Now,
Yeah.
if there was dissension or something within the sibling group, then that's something they would have to work out. But me, myself personally, I just could not do that. I could not do
Could
that.
not what? Give them money or not give them
I
money?
could not give them money.
Not
if that
give them
makes
I'm
something.
not giving them money either.
No, I'm saying, I said I could
She's
not
giving them
give
$66.
them money. They should each get $10,000
Here's your
apiece.
66.
Mhm.
Here's
Oh,
your
you wanna-
66.
So you want to divide it, Robin,
Absolutely.
equally?
Yes, I'm going to
Absolutely.
divide
Oh,
it
the
equally.
three of you want to
Yes.
divide it equally?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, no, y'all wouldn't.
I will.
Yes, we would. Yes, we would.
It's money that I earned.
I'm
It
telling
isn't.
you what I
It
give
is
them.
money that I'm receiving because our mother is dead, and
Exactly.
and I want to be able to sleep at night. I'm thinking it. Give it to them. They're going to come borrow it anyway. So
Right.
just
They
give
And
them
then
money.
the answer is no.
Then they can
Give
get
them
the
the money.
10,000 and split it because they really didn't.
And
pay into it.
it's apples and oranges
Somebody
because
agrees with me. $66
Dana
paid in full, but don't
said
forget the
$66 paid in full.
this is, I think it was
That's
your
not true,
cousin
Dana.
Alma
Kennedy,
that said that.
Kennedy.
Hello. Is anyone listening?
Oh, Vanessa, I'm sorry. What'd you say, Vanessa?
So solid.
I was saying that
So
someone
solid.
said earlier that they might not have an issue anyway because it's a legally binding contract. It depends on the type of policy they had. If they went
That's
into
right.
the agreement
That's
as a
right.
unit,
That's true.
then as a unit, it has to be split.
Oh, Dana.
I
You
know
go,
that- I thought
Attorney
it was
Green.
one of your peoples that had
That's
said
my
that
cousin.
initially.
Right. But you know what else I was thinking? I would assume that the sisters, I'm assuming that the sisters went into it thinking, hey, I can cough up $33 a month. And then, you know how mothers
Hey,
are,
Kennedy.
different things happen. Maybe, something happened and they couldn't contribute every month. So, because a lot of times if you have the money, you give it. If you don't, you don't. So I don't think that they didn't give just because they knew the brother would pay for it. I really just think they didn't have that.
Unfortunately, they didn't have to come out of pocket for. It doesn't sound like that anybody had to come out of the pocket to finalize everything for their mother, which is the point of the policy
That's
anyway.
the biggest deal.
So it took care of everything, and their mother is resting in peace, and give them the money.
And she know they ain't gonna get along and divide that money up the way they should. So I mean, I think that's great, Dee, that you and Vanessa and Robin are just so warm-hearted that way that you guys would split it 3 ways. That's fantastic. Bessie, I get it. $66 and call it a day. But I think like they would borrow money. And 66 cents. Yeah, with the tax. But I do think, like Dee says, somebody is going to try to borrow something. So I think, I would keep the bulk of it because I paid for all of it. And then I would give them the money to split amongst themselves.
So he could take. So you're saying he should take what he put in off the top and then split the rest?
No, because after he paid for everything, he said it was $30,000 left.
Mm-hmm.
I mean his contribution. So whatever he paid into the policy, let's say he paid in $10,000. He should take his $10,000 off the top and then split what's left between the 3 of them.
No, I think out of the 30, he should keep 20.
Okay.
And that the sisters divide 10.
10. Okay.
$5,000 a piece to both of you. Work out your issues. And I love y'all dearly, but like, why would you even expect it to be split 3 ways when y'all didn't?
Because that's your brother. That's your brother.
And
I only had one sister. I didn't have a brother. No, but
me either.
But you feel the same way toward your brother as you do your sisters. You feel the same way toward your, I guess, because if people don't know now, Robin and I are sisters, okay?
Yes.
And that's how we were brought up. You look out for each other. We all, we refer to ourselves as a bunch of mixed nuts, but we always wind up in the same can. So You know,
And how
that's
many of y'all is it, Vanessa? Because it's you, Robin.
it's 6 living. It was 7 of us. There are 6
Mhm.
living.
And name all of your siblings.
Veronica,
Stanley,
John,
John,
Vanessa,
Robin,
and
and
Tammy.
and Tammy. Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes. I think I met everybody but Stan.
You should
I'm
know
surprised you
Stanley.
should know Stanley.
He was an appendix
Bessie,
to
do
your
I know
Uncle
Stanley?
Dickie.
Oh, that's your brother.
I knew when I said that.
That's your brother.
I don't
Is
think
that
I
your
did that.
brother?
Oh, well, see, it's a lot of y'all. I just had my sister Kim. And in all honesty, okay, maybe I need to rethink this. Because if it were my sister Kim, I would split it with her. Like I would.
Well, you know, I have a
15,000.
question because what if the mother paid into the policy? So the mother
didn't
has
say
this
that.
policy. No, but I'm just. I mean, if the mother paid for the
Sorry,
policy,
Dee.
but one sibling did more than the other, wouldn't you still split it?
I'm sure the mama might have paid something when her girls didn't step up because you
She
know that's
may
how
not
mothers
have.
are. So mama
She
might
may
have
not-
paid 1 or 2.
But I have a question. If the mother left a will and she paid nothing into this policy, this is a what if
She
thing.
didn't have will.
But
Right.
I'm just saying, little girl,
We just saying, Bessie.
she has. This is hypothetical.
Yes.
That if she left a will and she had nothing to do with this policy, are they going to
Obligated?
split it? Obligated to split it? Yeah.
Right. Did Demeen tell us what she would do? She's an only child. So that would be interesting. But now that I
she
have
laughing.
thought about it, my cousin Kelly, what did she say in capital letters? Yes. But they didn't look out for a mother nor him by not sticking up to their plan. So they split that 10. Thank you, Kelly. That's what I was thinking too.
I'm
That's
with
not
Kelly
what
all
that's
the way.
not how the letter read. The sisters could have been there with their mother while the brother was paying the policy.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Oh, you
They
know
were
what?
so guilty, and they paid that $33.33 every month, and they did.
I'm thinking,
Whatever.
Robin, you might have a point. The girls do show up and take care of their mom.
Yeah, they could have been
Exactly.
the caregivers.
Exactly.
Yeah, they are the caregivers.
He was the one
so
with the
yeah.
money.
Right. Doing his thing, but writing that
Right.
check. Right.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I guess they should. It should go. Oh, and the other thing, honestly, I would have to give my sister Kim half. Or she would be like, what the? I'm gonna punch you in your throat. You think you're gonna walk up in here and hand me a couple of $1,000 and that's gonna be it? So yeah, I do get it with that. And I would want to split it with her even though she didn't pay. But that's just 2 of us. Like I think when you start talking about more, then that's
Thank you,
something
Vanessa.
else.
Vanessa says split the money evenly and move on. Thank you, Vanessa.
But Vanessa always is the person.
Oh, it's
who is
another
the,
Vanessa
it's our
on.
friend
Okay.
Vanessa, yes, our
Hi,
friend Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
I split it, but make it known. I
I
paid
hate
it.
it.
Me too, Demeen.
I
Yeah,
know.
I have to look. I have to make
Anytime you
my
see him,
check.
you know I paid for that policy.
Y'all know what that would be the testimony on Sunday.
Mhm.
Lord, you know how much I love my family, and I just want to thank them and tell the story of how then I split it with my sisters and brothers, and then it up.
After I stood on my leg.
Well, the pastor that we had a couple of weeks ago, she'd tell that story for you, so you wouldn't have to worry about it.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. One thing that happened to me though. One thing that happened to me the last time we could go to church, which I thought was so funny. The little girl behind me played with my hair the entire time. Her mother kept saying, "Stop touching her." And she would leave me alone for a minute, and then I could feel her pulling my locks, like just playing, which was so sweet. I did not mind at all. So that was a good question, you guys. I think that was a really good question.
What was your advice?
If it was that I haven't written a column yet. I don't know what I'm gonna say. That on this particular question. Right, on this particular
She's
question,
still on that $66.
it's 66 cents. So I usually pick one of the questions and I write an answer and submit that one, but I didn't pick that question, so I may use it next week. And,
Kelly says it seems like he agreed with us. That's why he wrote the question. So he already planned on not sharing the money. He wanted someone else to tell him it was okay.
Yes, that's my cousin Kelly.
It's okay,
I know,
boo.
girl.
Yeah.
He's gonna tell his
Doing
sister
the right thing, man. Life is a
he's gonna tell his sister, right?
I think he should.
His sisters are gonna be like,
what's that thing they tell you all the time? Just whatever what's laid on your heart.
What you say, D? What did you say, D?
Do whatever is laid on your heart.
I said he's gonna tell his sisters. Bessie said I should keep the money. And they're like, who is Bessie? We don't know no Bessie. Don't listen to Bessie. Give us our money.
And then depending on how old he is, I'll
You
call
get
him
$66.34.
66 cents.
Oh,
What'd you say,
God.
Bessie? Depending on what? What'd you say,
How
Bessie?
old he is.
You might
Depending
what?
on how old he is, I'll call him. You don't have to call me, I'll call him.
When you answer him, Alma,
20 grand.
tell him that's the mark of the beast. All those sixes.
Yeah, that is true. That
Yeah, we
is true.
can't do that.
I
Only 3 of them are the beast. This is 4.
This is a monster beast.
Show
Hey, you
love.
$65.
There's 65.
We'll
We're
round it up. They get 67.
round up. I do want to thank Stacy Brown for reading that question, you guys. Stacy is amazing. He's the senior national correspondent for NNPA, and Stacy has 2 shows actually. One comes on every morning at 7:30. It's Let It Be Known. It's breaking news of the day, and then he does fireside chats. So thank you, Stacy Brown, for that. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you guys can tune in and watch Stacy.
Well, if you like the Facebook page, it will alert you. You'll get a notification when he comes on.
Right,
it will tell you when he goes live.
Yes,
And he was beautiful too. Good looking man.
I like to have handsome men on the show.
Yes.
And speaking of handsome men, Alvin. Hey, Alvin said hi to us. And Alvin is the host of He Said that comes on Fridays at 7 o'clock. So yeah, y'all gotta check us all out. We having a good time. We having
Congratulations
a good time
to
on
all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Betsy, you know, I've been talking forever. Alvin, you know, I've been running my mouth since when I was a little girl.
Talk in your sleep.
Put that picture back again. Tell Alvin to put that picture back again. Let's see his face.
Yeah, what Alvin look like?
This is not the dating site.
No, I just want to say I like to
yes.
Oh, Alvin. Hey, Alvin.
Alvin has plenty of fabulous.
We used to work with Alvin. Alvin would stop traffic on the hallway.
Every day.
Elevators would be held.
Right? Every day.
Bank lines would freeze.
Every day.
I believe that.
So, okay, we're good with question number 2. I don't know. Either you can do what Bessie said and tell your sisters that Bessie told you to do it, or you can do what we said and divide the money by your siblings evenly. I disagreed initially, but then I thought, like, what kind of conversation would I have with my sister if I didn't do it? So there you go. That's our answer to question number 2. Yay! Is that okay, you guys? Y'all think that's a good answer? Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
You know what? The next time that we're on together, I think we could actually play Pekino, because I don't know if y'all know how to play Pekino. Comment if you do. But we got some Pekino queens up in here. Right. And the next time we can play, let's see who is winning as the time goes by. So
Look, I
think
know
that would
all
be a
the
good
cards
ask
by
Alma.
heart. If you play a card, you play a card, you play a card. I know what's on your board.
way too much fun. Question number 3 for the night. Let's hit it.
My name is Delphia, and I'm here to read the question today for Ask Alma. Dear Alma, I am so in love with a man that happens to be my sister's husband. The best part is he'll soon be her ex-husband. The marriage is over, thank God. Neither one of them have ever been happy in this marriage, and she should have moved on years ago. This really came to light during COVID. They are not compatible and spent most of their time away from each other. The virus put a halt on everything, and she was so unhappy, she moved in with our other sister. I'm not trying to take my sister's man. It's just that he and I get along so much better. We always have. When we talk, we laugh, and I just don't see anyone else in the room. We are so connected, we finish each other's sentences. We graduated high school and college around the same time, and we love the same music, enjoy the same sports, and I could go on and on. We can all finally go and visit our parents in 2 weeks, and I'm thinking about telling my sister that I plan to reach out to him and let him know how I feel. What do you think, Alma? Should I have the talk with him or her first? I want to make sure I'm respectful to my sister and how she would want me to handle this.
Delphia had a good time with that one. I could tell she was holding back and refraining from answering and adding commentary. That was
That's
hilarious.
right, Gill. That's right, Gill.
Recap. Y'all let me. The recap.
It was Gail. No.
She's a scuzzball.
No.
I'm not. You. That's something you.
No.
You don't do that.
That's just nasty.
And why would you
Even
want
if
to
you
be
had those
involved
desires,
doing
you
the
keep that
same
stuff to
thing with her
yourself.
husband that he did with
Yes.
her? No.
Well,
No.
she said that they get along and that
I
the
don't
husband
care.
and the sister never got along.
Then she should have got with him before.
Exactly.
She should have
Should've.
snatched him up
Yeah.
before her sister got a hold of
Exactly.
him and had. I was taking notes while she was talking.
That's a big
Now, that's just nice. You wouldn't use your sister's toothbrush, but you want her husband. Stop it.
Oh,
No.
That's wrong on so many levels.
She already been with that husband. Cause no.
Yeah.
You know what? I wondered about that, Bessie, because she's saying, should I talk to the sister or him? I don't think he knows anything about this. She said, should I talk to her or him first? I don't think he knows anything.
I like Kelly's response. Willing to Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka is
going on here.
That's right.
No, but
That
I
is
think
right.
I don't think that he knows anything about this.
Right. It didn't sound like he was a part of it at all.
Yeah, this is
carrying a torch, a secret torch.
Yes, she is carrying a secret
That's
torch
right.
and like been praying for them to split up all this time.
Well,
And
She was
now
probably
she-
telling her
She could have
sister.
found her a man.
Mm-hmm. She was probably telling her sister,
What you
you're
been
right.
doing all
He's
this
no good
time?
for you. No, he's not good for you. Yeah, you should leave him. Yeah, he's no good for you, girl.
right.
Artificial
That's
grass,
what she's
Marie.
telling her sister.
Right.
Yeah, she's been probably in her sister's ear all this time about how they were not compatible and they shouldn't be in a relationship and all of that, so she could have him. Ill.
Yeah,
That's wrong. That is so wrong.
I'm exactly with you, D. Ick is what it is.
That took a lot of nerve for her to
What
even
would do to
write
her
that.
family? We're
Right.
talking about
Write
family,
something
talking
like
about family
that.
dynamics. It's like imagine what that would do to their family if she then
Right. Exactly.
clearly she's not even waiting until the divorce happens.
Right.
No cooling off
Already
period,
playing.
nothing. She's ready to go to Sunday dinner and tell everyone that she's in love with her sister's husband.
right, because they're getting a divorce.
Look, I
And
hope
they-
somebody
and
tell
I
them
bet
about
we're
this so
not
they
the
can
first
jump
people
on her
she
when
told.
when she gets in the house.
These people
Yeah,
are crossing lines that don't
somebody else.
even need to be crossed. You're absolutely right.
That's right, Saranya.
That's right. Yeah.
And she didn't say that she needed help telling. She wanted to know which one should she tell first.
When, right.
Right.
Neither.
So she
Neither one, exactly.
Neither one.
Neither one.
Go tell it to
She-
the priest. If you need
Right.
to tell it to
She needs
somebody.
to make a confession to her pastor.
No, she need to get to know Jesus. She need to talk
That's
to
right.
Jesus. Because the pastor probably want to get with her.
Right.
not at
Or she
that
might have
church,
a
Robin.
female pastor.
Right,
Stacey
not
said
at
that's
that church.
Like I
artificial
said, the
turd,
pastor
right?
probably want to get with her.
That's right. DeSheryl. Hey, DeSheryl.
Take
That's
her
true.
mind off of him.
But like DeSheryl
Yeah.
says, she's
Right.
really only thinking about herself and her
Right.
feelings and what she's feeling in something that's not even real.
No.
Because
In
I
her
don't
mind.
That's
it's
right.
all in her mind. Right.
Mhm.
So I was getting ready to ask.
I say to other race students all the time, I bet we do it when we know.
Mhm.
I was gonna say, black people like to do everything white people do. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised.
doing all kinds of stuff.
I don't know if
Wow.
I think it is every race
Right.
has problems in marriages or
That's right.
people
That's right.
being obnoxious and abusive. And I think that's the one thing, not the one thing, but that's something else that happens with all of us, and it actually makes us more alike than not. I do, though, think that it's your personality that will determine if you stay in it, if you sit in it.
Right.
And I also think that, and I could be taking this off track for a minute, but I do think sometimes there are women who look at the bigger picture and may stay for children and family, whereas other women are like, I'm out. I'm not even going to do this with you, and I'm on my way to something else. And I think whatever choice women make, then that's the right choice. Whatever choice you make in your relationship is the right choice for you. But I would suggest in this Ask Alma Live, which is not a answer from a PhD psychiatrist, I would say you be okay outside of that. Like, I know it's hard when you're in it to think that you can survive it or that you will survive it and that the whole family will be fine, but they will, because kids can see what's going on. And really, if you have a daughter, is that the example you want to give your daughter?
Exactly.
Like, stay
Well,
in
you would
mess?
hope that if you were going through a divorce, you would hope that the person that you could turn to would be your sister.
Your sister, right.
And
you
in
would.
this case, the sister is not going to be available because she's going to be sitting on the other side of the table.
Well, that's the last person you want to talk to.
Not that one, at least.
She's been talking to her for some time, I'm sure, about her marriage, which may explain why her sister is quick to go to Sunday dinner and tell everybody that she want her man. There's some things you're not supposed to share about your man. She's probably been sharing all these years.
Right.
So now he's attractive to her.
I don't do that. I remember my father told me, don't do that. Don't talk about your husband in a way that other women will want him.
Right.
I was like, what? I was 20-something. And by the time I was 40-something, I was like, okay. Okay, I get it.
Like Joe Biden. When Joe Biden's son died, the other son left his wife and went with that wife. And so when they asked Joe Biden and Joe about it, they said, well, they were always friends. But you left your wife and children to go with your brother's wife. This was in the biblical days when you used to do that kind of stuff, like you'd marry your brother's wife if he died. No.
But didn't it happen a lot when they would go off to war and the husband would, the husband may be killed or something, so the brother would take care of his brother's family but that's
he left his family to go to that one.
That's different. He left, but they probably met her together, and one ended up with her, and the other one wanted her. So he says,
well, he's. Jackson 5 do that too.
Who?
One of them married the brother's ex-wife.
I think Jermaine marry Marlon's wife?
Yes, Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy.
But I have a question though. You know, you've always heard the term or heard people say, you fall in love with who you fall in love with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? I mean, I know that happens, but even with my sibling, I'd have to just sit on that and just keep that to myself and take it to the Lord.
Right.
Honestly.
Right.
That's crazy.
The ship just has sailed.
Crazy.
If you didn't get them, you know, I'm sure there have been more than one occasion where two siblings or friends or something met the same person, and he ended up with one of them. The other one is just supposed to eat it and go find someone
and
else. That's not
find your own man.
Right.
Yeah.
I think too, like
Somebody
you
just said, we're not living in those times of Ruth's daughter.
Ruth's daughter-in-law are example, but we're not living in those times. But you know what? That's the Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl. I also think, and this is not the same, I don't think, but okay, I'll be honest. I got a cousin in North Carolina. Well, he's in Alaska now. I hope he ain't watching because I'm getting ready to confess. Oh my goodness, this brother right here. It's like, wow. But like, that's all it was, is a thought, like, you know, and that's it. I think sometimes you can think, because most times to me, you don't know somebody's husband. Like, you know his, almost like they have an inside voice and an outside voice. Husband have around the family personalities, and then they have at home as your husband personality. So I think when you're outside the marriage, you are basically looking at the good qualities of the person and the nice parts of the person that they display in public. And so you can make this person out to be somebody in your mind, and they really are not that person in real life.
That should start from day one. The first day you introduce me to your man, this is my friend, he is no longer available.
Girl, no. Me,
I don't care how good looking he is, how rich he is, any of those things, he is not available to me.
And didn't we pinky swear to that, what, 28 years ago? Pinky swear, girl, if you'd have had him on.
No, like, there's
like,
plenty.
It's like, I don't even, no. Even Idris, I'm going to say it right here today. I know he's married. D, girl, if you and Idris got together, I would just have to pick somebody else.
Yeah, you
because
would.
He would no longer be available.
He would no longer be available.
I don't know. As long as he wear a condom, he cool.
Don't make me fight you now.
I would have
it says
to
my sisters met the same guy. He gave two names, then he called them back to back. One still married him.
What?
Well, but they didn't intentionally.
Next week's question.
But they didn't intentionally get involved with him.
Right.
I mean, I think that's a little different.
Did both of them get involved with him, or one called him back and the other one didn't? Gigi, we need you to clarify that. Did they both call him back and go out, or did one of them call him back and then they went out? I had a cousin who I know is watching, and me and her met the same guy at a club. She will remain nameless, and I don't even think we remember his name. But we were out, and he said hello to both of us and sort of navigated to her a little bit, and it let me know that, like, the two of them had met too, and both of us was like, that's okay, no. Because Alexandria is kind of small anyway. So, like, you know, it was like, no, that's all right.
My question is, they had a club in Alexandria? For real, I'm serious. They had a club in Alexandria?
Well, everybody used to go to Fort Belvoir, Robin, which is kind of considered as Alexandria. Or, you remember we used to go to DC in DC, right?
That's where I used to club in DC.
Yeah. And then Gigi said,
well, that's what he gets.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
She should have
That's what
let
it gets.
Oh my
That is
gosh.
hilarious.
Well, at least, I'm sure the other sister is not interested in waiting in the wings, waiting for him to be
Right.
available.
No,
Right.
no. But this one seems to think that she should have a conversation. But the other thing too that I think we didn't hit on quickly, because we've got about 4 minutes left, but I don't think he's interested in her. I could be wrong, but like she's coming to him to say like, I love you. And he may be like, what? Like, I don't even, what are you
Back
talking
away
about?
from me. Right.
Right. What?
I don't want her. What makes you think I want,
Exactly.
Exactly.
Gigi, I'm feeling judged. No, you're not, girl. No, you're not. You knew when you told us what was going on, we was gonna go all in. Everybody,
No.
right?
Go find somebody
There was
else.
a club. Tracy said the club in the Holiday Inn on King Street. Yeah. Why you had to bring that one up? See, why you had to bring that one up? But that's okay. I'm gonna call you after the show. we got some losers up in there.
I have to share this with y'all. I went to a club and somebody brought up Crystal City years ago, and this guy that went to school, he's between Vanessa and I, and he was at the club, had on a suit, but he had on a giant tie. He had a tie with all these little G's on it. It was so funny. All these little G's on his tie, and he trying to talk to us. Like, come on, man. I mean, maybe he had to go back to work. I don't know, but it was funny as all get out. Oh
So
my God!
Is that giant?
I'm sorry.
Is that the giant supermarket tie?
Yes.
He had a job. What y'all laughing at? The brother had a job with benefits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
They had good
right.
benefits at Giant.
He had a
He had
job.
the benefits at Giant.
Yes. They had good benefits.
He should have just had on his open collar shirt. Nobody was
Yes.
interested in
Oh my
him.
No,
God.
he wanted y'all to know he worked at Giant. Hey,
He
I
had
work
a
at
job.
Giant.
Benefits.
You know what? My husband says that to me all the time, every week. He cracks me up. And so tonight will be hilarious for him because he's retired military. And every time I say something, he goes, get your benefits, girl.
He was on a break from work.
With benefits.
No,
I ain't even gonna
it
Good
lie.
job.
It was
Another
Giant.
man with benefits. Yes,
Man with
indeed.
benefits.
Saranya said, and a pension plan. Girl, what you talking about? And some drug test? Oh, I'm
And a
all
pension
in.
plan,
I
all
don't
right.
even care what you look like.
Maybe that's why the sister wants that guy. He's got a good retirement plan. Trying to get in on that. Could be.
That might be Bessie. I know. Like
Oh
he might
my
get
gosh.
She said,
Oh,
you
my
might
goodness.
not be able to see those benefits, but I can.
Right.
So,
Go right
20
ahead.
years from
sister.
now.
Go right
what did
ahead.
Gigi say? Script
Script.
full of
Six
benefits.
pack.
With a discount, Gigi, because you get your employee discount at Giant. Okay, I'm just saying. This
Oh
has
my
been
gosh.
hilarious. I knew I was gonna laugh my
pleasure.
way through tonight. I hope y'all had a good time because I
Oh, I
really,
had a
really,
ball.
really had a good
Yes,
I had a
time.
pleasure.
Yeah.
I'm
It was a
so
pleasure.
glad. Thank
And
you,
look,
thank you.
Alma, I'm usually asleep by this time, but y'all kept me
I
awake
heard.
and engaged.
Thank you. Thank you for staying, Vanessa.
I'm so glad you stayed, Vanessa. I do know this is your bedtime, and I appreciate it. So the next time, don't forget, we're going to play Pekino while we talking and then have a good time with each other and invite the audience to play with us. That'll be a lot of
Oh,
fun.
that would be fun.
Yeah, that
That'll be
would
But
be
nobody
fun.
gets the ace of spade as center. That's my
But
center.
someone supposed to said the Queen of Hearts
Spade.
Center. That's my center.
Oh, yeah. That's
I
your
think it
center?
was Gigi.
I think mine was the 3 of clubs.
That's mine too. I played
Okay.
3 boards. I played 3 boards. Ace of spades.
She played 3
3 of
boards, girl.
clubs, Not a heart.
Gigi's feeling corrupted by us. We hope she comes back.
Gigi, you know I love you, girl. You know I do. You one of the girls. What you talking about? Thank you guys again. Thank you, Green family, all the sisters and cousins and the brothers, Toya and Troy, all of my cousins, Dana, Gail, Dina, Tracy, everybody. Dana, your friend D.
Yeah, Dana
Cheryl,
from Florida.
oh my goodness, and Vanessa, who I haven't talked to for a long time, and Miss Doris, everybody for watching. This is wonderful. Ayana and Demeen.
Hi, Yana.
Yes, hey Yana.
Hey, Yana. You guys come back and see us next Tuesday at 7. I'll be here waiting for you.
I will.
All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a
Good night.
good night.
Good night.